Okay, in this video, we are talking about how to license your content or course faster, which is a very common question. Many of the clients that come in and work with us are like, April, I want to license fast. I want to make money faster. And so I'm actually breaking down 2 different strategies of how to go about doing this. I'm also unpacking kind of behind the scenes. I love pulling back that curtain, sharing with you guys like how we actually coach people through the sales process, some of the ins and outs and the special secrets that our clients get. I'm sharing all those things with you inside this video. And really, I want you to excel with licensing faster. And so, by the way, everything I create here for you on YouTube is to help you grow and scale your business faster. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and comment below. Let me know if this is helpful so that I know that the things I'm sharing with you that I'm bringing to the table for you to use are actually helpful, or how we could help you more. So I'm always replying to those comments. So please don't be shy. And if you would like to work with us and apply to work with us, and you want to tap into our licensing roadmap and our licensing project plan and all of our pricing calculators, and if you want my brain in your business helping you figure out what you want to license and who you should license it to, and is it a fast or quick sell, or are we creating $1 million deal and actually holding your hand through the whole sales process, cruise over to sweetlifeco.com. There's a bunch of different places you can start based on your level and your readiness of diving in. So just cruise over to sweetlifeco.com, and I will also place some resources down here for you below. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so you want to license your content faster. Totally hear you. This training is for you. This video here's for you. So when it's time to license your content faster, there are 2 things I want you to think about. And these things are very important. Now, the first concept before I dive into those 2 things is understanding that with licensing and even moving from B2C sales and your one-to-one or one-to-group consulting or coaching business that you've done in the past, when we move over to licensing, we don't change the product. We just change the buyer. That's the power of licensing, right? Same product, different buyer. Instead of end user, you're selling it to like a distributor. I'll do a whole nother video on that for you. So make sure that you are subscribing to this channel so you don't miss anything, or you're subscribing to this wherever you're viewing this. So the deal is this. I have a lot of clients that come to me and say, hey, listen, I need to sell something really fast for whatever reason, whether it's a financial reason, whether they want to test their product in a licensing capacity. And they're like, yes, I want to sell this really fast. We all have our different reasons, right? And frankly, money loves speed. So we love speed. I love helping you sell things faster. And so here are 2 ways that you can actually sell your licensed offer faster. The first one is changing your buyer. So the reality is that the bigger the buyer, the longer the deal takes to close. So I want you to think about it like this. If you are selling into government or a larger corporation, it's going to take longer to close that deal. Longer still may only be a month. And that's all relative based on how we have positioned you to that company already, which I can't cover in this video right now. But typically speaking, rule of thumb is the bigger the buyer, longer it takes to close. Also, the rule of thumb is the bigger the buyer, the bigger the licensing deal. So big buyers are great, right? These are the licensing deals where we're, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, over $1 million. These licensing deals only for one of your courses or even pieces of training. So big buyers are great, but they do take longer. And the reason why they take longer is because there are more decision makers. There are more people that you need to talk to get approvals at different levels. Oftentimes with bigger buyers, the funding to license your program could come from different departments. And so there are just different layers. And so let's talk about the faster way to sell it. The faster way is to change the buyer and actually license to either your clients or your competition or other small businesses first. Those fit into what I call licensing quick sales. So your clients, your competition, or other small businesses like you. Those are faster deals to close. Now, they usually are not valued. The price of the deal, the offer, is not the same, of course, but sometimes you're in this place where you're like, dude, I don't even really care. I just want to sell these. Like, I'd rather sell it 10 times for $10,000 in a period of a couple of weeks than sell it once for $100,000, but it takes me, a couple of months to get that. And frankly, to be really honest, and I love sharing with you guys like behind the scenes, we have a lot of clients that come in to work with us in Amplify, which is our full licensing program where I consult them through and everything from the idea of what they should license through the whole sales process. And a lot of these businesses come in and they're like, April, I invested in your program. I'm here and I want to make my money back fast. And sometimes that's the first thing they say to me. And I love that. I get that because I love helping them make their money back really fast, right? Makes them feel really, really good about their investment to work with me. So when we're talking about like your goal is to make your money back for this program, like super, super fast, we work on these licensing quick sells. And so if you want to license your content faster, it doesn't mean we aren't going in the direction of nonprofits or universities or corporations or even the government. That doesn't mean that. It just means that there is, again, the same product, we change the buyer. There's a different set of buyers that these deals close faster. And that may be where you want to start. So I just want you to think about that. Again, you're not changing the product, you're changing the buyer. And that is one of the fastest ways that we can close licensing deals for you to get your ROI and working with me or going on to Fiji, wherever you want to spend your money on. Or if you're like me, actually, you spend your money on your children's sporting events. So I need to wear a sign that says like, will work for lacrosse club, lacrosse travel, to like fund my kids like club lacrosse life. So anyway, side note, funny joke. If you understand what I'm talking about, then you understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, whatever the reason is that you want to bring in more money, that is way number one. So again, it's not changing the product, we're changing the buyer. Okay. Now, way number two is changing the product a little bit. So, and you can do both of these. So let's say you have a big program and it is this 8-module, fully intensive or 12-week rollout of this new way of thinking or new way of training or whatever it is. So with that, if there is a way, and this is what I work with our clients to do, so definitely apply to work with us. I would love to work with you. Cruise over to sweetlifeco.com/apply. So if there is a way to take a piece of your program or to create an initial smaller program from your overall program, those things sell really well and they sell fast, even to big companies. So let me explain why. When we are licensing to large corporations, they have a lot of initiatives. They have all these other things, not just your program they're planning on doing. Whether your program is internally for, available to train their staff on a certain skill, or let's even say you are a life coach or a communication coach or, a spiritual coach of some kind, and your program's getting put into their corporate like benefits, their wellness program. It doesn't matter. They have a lot of it. They're a big company. They're a big corporation. They have a lot of other things they're doing besides bringing in your program. And so it's really important sometimes to get your larger program into a company to first offer them a smaller program to license it to start. So the second way is these are for larger companies. And if that's our direct number one go-to, that's awesome. That is the case for a lot of our clients. We're going big. But sometimes we actually take a look at that and say, okay, they're not going to be able to implement this particular program based on our conversations with them and our understanding and learning of what their plan is for, until next year. What can we give them now that can be a quick sell for you? We can close the deal and get you money faster. That might not be the $300,000 licensing deal, but it's going to be a $55,000 one where we can start. And so I want you to be thinking about that. So again, if you are in that place where you're like, wow, April, I really want to get into licensing. I'm really excited to do this. I want to license fast. Again, think about the buyer. Go from maybe selling your entire big program to corporations. Think about licensing to your clients, your competition, or other small and micro businesses like you. They close faster. And again, number two, then and or look at the product and ask yourself, how can we pull out or extract something from this product and create a smaller training program that we can license with a larger company. And oftentimes we have amazing sales coaches that come in and work with our clients in our Amplify program. And one of our coaches, Erin, she's just incredible. She says, look, here's the deal. Companies see the value, they want to bring in your program, and they have the budget. Like, these companies have funding to license your program, but they literally just cannot do that on one sense because of all the other initiatives they have going on. Or maybe, just like everything else, licensing is relationship building. Maybe they don't know you yet. Maybe one dude in one department thinks you are the freaking cat's meow and wants to bring your sales training or your HR training or whatever it is. And he just freaking loves you, right? He is your champion. He loves you. But then, like, maybe he isn't at a place or authority yet to sign off on the big program, but he can sign off on a smaller program. And so starting with that smaller program to help him look good, because when we make him look good to the higher ups, then he wants to champion your stuff even more. Oh, I could totally geek out on this. We have so many, and that's what, Erin comes in and coaches our clients on just understanding the psychology of corporate sales and how, how to navigate these conversations. Because to be really honest, most of the clients that we work with are coaches and consultants, and they are not experts in corporate sales. And they don't have that, oh, I'm totally going to walk in there and close this $1 million deal. And so I always want to provide our clients with the best people and the best resources to equip them through that sales process. And that's what Erin works with some of our clients, is actually taking pieces of an offer and licensing a smaller offer so that we can get it into a company faster, build that trust, build that relationship, get you cash, and we're developing a long-term play. So an example of that is when we take a smaller program and we license it for like $99,000 into a smaller program, then we do that with the understanding that we want to bring in the full $750,000 program and the next year. And so those are sort of some of the things that we plan out with our clients. So I just love sharing this with you, kind of pulling back the curtains on the process of licensing, the process of sales through licensing. I also want to share a lot of this with you because if you're feeling intimidated about the process of licensing sales, it doesn't have to be. You don't ever, if that's not where you want to go, you don't ever have to license your training to a huge corporation. You can stay with licensing your training to these level 1, 2, and 3 tier buyers, and we can close them, close them, and close them, and close them, and close them. Again, they aren't going to be $1 million, but they might be 10K. They might be 60K. Would you rather close 10 60K deals quicker or close, a $6 million deal that might take us a year and a half to close? Not that that is always the case. So remember, these are some of the ways where we can finagle your program to get you money faster. And I just love sharing that with you. But I also want to share that a lot of things that I talk about here, they're from my over 15 years, but over a decade in coaching coaches on how to package and price and license your content. But all of you, like, you're totally unique. You and your content in your program are totally different. Who you want to license it to, what parts of your IP we want to take and license. And so all of that we need to take into consideration as well. And one of the things I want to share with you is it doesn't always mean that the huge deals take longer to close. I just kind of want to share with you a rule of thumb. But if you want to just totally flip your mindset and realize that it isn't always the case, I want you to go and I want you to listen to Jill's case study. I will put a link here for you in these notes for you and in the tools underneath. Jill didn't even have her course yet. when she came to us, she had an idea of a course and it wasn't even built out yet. And Jill actually licensed a course that wasn't even built out yet based on her expertise for $1.2 million. And it only took her a couple of months of conversations. I think it was like 6 or 7 weeks total. You can listen to her case study. She like unpacks her whole process and how she did that for $1.2 million in a period of a couple of months. So it isn't always the case. I don't want you to run away from the big deals because you're like, oh, they're going to take forever. So I just want to make it clear that that's not what I'm saying. Not every big deal takes forever, but we do have a process to sell to those buyers tier 1, 2, and 3 faster than typically we can with big $1 million deals. So there you go. There, I unpacked it for you. Take it to the bank. Do what you will with it. Comment here, comment below. Let me know that you got this. Tell me if it helped you. Share and share alike. Communicate back because I'm always creating licensing content for you to learn and grow from. That's the whole entire point of everything we do here at the Sweet Life Company is giving you trainings and tools that you would pay thousands for elsewise. So thank you for utilizing them here. And if you are new to viewing this YouTube channel, please subscribe. It also lets me know that the content that I'm putting out there is content that you want. So subscribe to this, like this video, comment below. And to apply to work with us, cruise over to sweetlifeco.com/apply. There's a process where you can go through, where you can tap into working with me personally. I would love to unpack your IP with you, help you understand how to package things, who your ideal buyers are, and even create a dual plan like we do for most of our clients on how to actually license for quick sells at the same time as we can go after those big deals. I have an entire roadmap on how you can do that. Visit sweetlifeco.com either to apply to work with us or to tap into our free tools. Thank you so much for being here, again, for sharing this and subscribing to this channel.